Hey, what's up everyone? This is Eli from checkit.com here with an After Effects tutorial on everyone's second favorite day of the week, Effects Friday, even though today is Saturday, and I'm very sorry about that. I got a little busy yesterday, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm sorry. I have a life sometimes. I don't have many friends, but the friends I do have, I like to keep their company, so I go and have fun with them sometimes. I don't know. I sound kind of gay. Anyway, today's tutorial is about additive dissolving, or a cinematic intro or fade in kind of a thing. What's so special about this, you guys might ask? I mean, I can just do an opacicized intro and it looks the same. No, it does not. You stupid. Look it fades in, and this footage looks like crap because it's been compressed so many times because I have to give it to you guys. I don't want it to be the full quality. I'm sorry about that. But if this was the full quality, it would probably look a lot better, but check it out, guys. This effect, using Luma matting, or a Luma matte, it fades in the lights first, then it fades in the midtones, and then it fades in the darks. So you get a more cinematic look with the intro instead of it just doing everything over a period of time like a regular opacicized fade-in. So yeah, I will be including this additive fade project file right here and the first shot if you guys want to do everything yourselves. Yeah, just give the video a like because it helps out a lot, and yeah, let's jump into the tutorial. So I'm just gonna load this additive fade. This is what you guys are gonna get. It's already done, but since I'm just including this to practice with, I'm gonna delete everything except for things we need. So deleting that, and I'm switching this back to no track matte, and now it is as if I just dragged and dropped first shot into here with some color correction. And I'm actually going to turn that off right now. But the reason why I don't want to just drag and drop this in here is because I already, from my old tutorial, I already applied warp stabilizer to it. So that's why I'm just going to keep it this way so I don't have to go through all that again. If you want to learn more about all that, this was already included in a tutorial I already did called Sexy Movie Look. So go look at that. Anyway, back to this tutorial. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the shot that you want the intro to be on. So what I did was I clicked the shot I wanted to duplicate, and I hit Control D, and it duplicated it. It's right here. So with the second one that I duplicated selected, I'm going to hit Enter, and I'm going to rename it Luma. That makes it easy. Okay, so what we're going to do with this Luma is first we're going to desaturate it. So let's type in find hue and saturation, drag and drop it onto Luma, and we're just going to take the master saturation and we're going to drop it all the way down to -100, and that just makes it black and white. I mean, you can use tint, you can use whatever you want to make it black and white, but the main thing is you want it black and white. Okay, so next thing we're going to do with Luma selected, we're going to go up to these effects and presets, and we're going to type in levels. We're going to take this levels right here under color correction. Don't try any other ones because it won't look very good. Drag and drop it onto Luma. And what we're going to do is we're going to double click right here on this far edge. And that just creates another slider. We're going to drag that in a little bit to brighten up the whites. And we're going to drag this side in a little bit to darken the darks. Just add a little bit of contrasting. And then next, here's where it gets interesting. We're going to type in expose or expos. And grab the color correction version of exposure, drag and drop it onto Luma, and here's where we're going to make the fade. So when I do, basically black, it's just like in Photoshop. Black represents what's going away, white represents what's coming back. And that's not racist, it's just color correction terms. Okay, gosh. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make the exposure go negative until everything goes black. So I'm just going to do some outrageous number like -15. See, oh, and it went black, so that's good. But when you do this, what you want to make sure that you do is you go up to File, go down to Project Settings, and now we're going to make sure that the color settings are on 32 bits per channel floating point. Now, it'll most likely be on 8 bits per channel, but if you don't do 32 bits per channel, you won't capture every spectrum of white there is, and every spectrum of black, and every spectrum in between. So that's why it's very important to change it to 32-bit floating point. Okay, so mine was already on 32 bits, so this is actually pure black, which is exactly what we want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to toggle a keyframe on the exposure. We're going to go forward for how long you want the intro or the fade in to last. And then let's just do the opposite. Let's do 15. And it doesn't go white. And to fix that, all we have to do is drag this up until you get rid of all the black. But you don't want to go too far up or else it starts getting weird. So right there. That should be perfect. And then just go through it, make sure that all the black is gone, because we hate black. That sounded so racist. And it was not meant to be. I'm sorry. I'm actually part black. Anyway, let's do this thing. Now that you have a nice fade from black to midtones, all the way up to white, here's what we're going to do. We're going to select first shot, and we're going to go to the track matte. If you don't have these options, you can hit F4, and it brings up the blending modes and the track matte options. And we're just going to go down to Luma Matte, and whatever you named the Luma masks. Yeah. So mine is called Luma, so it's Luma Matte, Luma. Click it, and with that, you will get the effect that you're going for. However, right now, it's actually kind of harsh. So what we want to do is we want to go up to Effect, then we want to go to Blur and Sharpen, and you can use any blurs you want, but Box Blur has an option. If you go to Box Blur, you turn it up, let's just go to like 7 pixels. Box Blur has an option for repeat edge pixels, and you want that. So yeah, that's what I'm using. And with that, you will have a nice soft, I actually don't like it that big. Let's put it down to like 5. So it's a little sharper, more sharp. I don't know what's grammatically correct. So I'm going to let this render out, and we're going to take a look at what we created. So I'll bring you back in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. Here is the product that we just created. And yes, it is boring because I have not turned back on the color correction yet. But as you can tell, check out that nice, clean fade in. However, you will probably notice right about here it looks kind of strange because those last fades in, since this isn't full quality and maybe some of your footage won't be this good a quality anyway, it doesn't look like the final transition doesn't look very good. So how can we fix that, Eli? Well, person, I'm about to tell you, so calm down. Anyway, okay, so hit Control D, duplicate the original file again. And mine's taking a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to call this Smooth Jazz. Okay, so with that, we're going to click and drag this. We're not clicking and dragging the whole file. We're just trimming it to the point where we need it, which will be probably around 215. Well, depending on how far I made that. Yeah, so around 215 will be a nice fade. I'm just looking where I put the keyframes. The keyframe ends about here. You want maybe 1/3 of that last fade to be like, if you don't like that bloom effect, then you're going to want to fade in this next part about 1/3, like in comparison with the long keyframes that you did. I'm sorry, I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Like, I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm saying right now. So anyway, with Smooth Jazz selected, we're going to hit T to bring up the opacity. We're going to drag down the opacity to 0, and then we're going to toggle a keyframe, and we're going to go to where the keyframe ends here, and we're going to go 100%. And now it'll take out that harsh bloom effect that we were seeing. So we hit 0. I'll bring you guys back in a second, and you guys can see what that did. Alright, welcome back again. There's what it did. It just took out that very harsh looking thing, and you can always adjust it if you want. I might want to adjust mine a little bit, but you know what? This was just an example for you guys. So, I mean, I'm just giving you guys the tools to succeed. So take this and run with it. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to turn back on the color correction. And oh yeah, and also here's something else I forgot to do. When you duplicate that original layer, you need to turn the track matte to none. And yeah, so with that, now you are done. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to render this out and see what we created together at the end 3 times. So stay tuned. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to us and being our friends. Because like I said, I don't have that many friends. So thank you guys for being my friend. And stay tuned for Brandon's next tutorial on Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday, we don't know. Sometimes we get busy. I'm very sorry about that. But we still love you guys with all our heart. You guys can't see right now, but I'm doing a heart with my hands. And that was for you. So thank you very much. And I will see you guys on the next episode of... Well, I always say that because of Minecraft Poop. Anyway, on the next tutorial Tuesday. No, on the next Effects Friday. That's what I was looking for. Alright, see you guys next week. Peace.